Everything is running. Hey everyone, Jurch here for another live stream of SolForge Fusion, the digital client. I apologize for being a few minutes late tonight. That's just because OBS decided it didn't want to show my face. But I figured I would give it a couple of goes, kind of do some troubleshooting, and here we are. So I'm excited to be back for my last stream of release week for SolForge Fusion, at least the digital client version of SolForge Fusion release week. We've got some fun things in store for tonight. We are going to check out the last little bits of my XP ladder because I was able to kind of climb that ladder preemptively. And we're going to be playing some people. We're probably going to have some, might have a surprise guest or two at some point. And then we're also going to talk about tomorrow's digital sealed tournament. So before we go anywhere, I just want to let people know that the news section, if it's like your first time logging in since a news article is posted, you click on that, it gives you information. Hey, digital client sealed event. This is the exact event I'm talking about. Come join this sealed event Saturday, April 20th, beginning at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Register on SolForgeFusion.com for a chance to win your decks. So you click this article and it'll give you more information. It'll give you a link to the actual event itself. And all the details you need will be in there. Because this is a sealed event, I'm going to have digital deck codes that I will be handing out to participants. And I will have to be handing that out via Discord. So if you are participating in this event, then you'll need to reach out to me on Discord in order to get the copy paste of the code. Once you get that code, then you will go to, not collection, whoops. You'll go to cosmetics and redeem code, and you'll just paste that code in there, and it will give you, it'll populate those 4 sealed decks that you'll make your best fuse for this event. We're very excited for how this is going to work. And as a matter of fact, I would like to start doling those out a little bit sooner than 10 a.m. tomorrow. So if anybody who's watching the stream shoots me a Discord message, and on Discord I'm Jurch, or still Jurch, but either way you'll find me lurking around there. Shoot me a Discord message, and I can get those decks out to you that you'll use for the sealed tournament. I can start getting them out now. So anybody, and it looks like we've got plenty of people in chat already. Cardboard Newt with the Dancing Dinosaurs, Viper Dave, Billy Bad Aim, welcome, welcome. Skuro, hi. Viper Dave, shoot, working tomorrow, oh no. But it's a lot of the usual cast of characters that have been with me all week for this. So if you shoot me a direct message on Discord, then I can copy and paste those links to you, and then you can have access to those sealed decks. All of these decks are going to be listed as, or the names were changed to reflect that it's very obvious it's for a sealed digital client event. In order to keep those decks in the event, you need to go at least 3-2 or better, or 4-1 or 5-0 or whatever, and then you'll win those decks. If you don't go 3-2 or better, then those decks will just get reclaimed back at the end of the event, or it might take a little while, but those decks will get reclaimed. If you do go 3-2 or better, I'll make sure that those decks for you, they're really inserted to be with the deck, and then you will be able to keep those decks. Oh shoot, I need to sign up for the event still. And Skuro, yes, so I won't be able to give you, well, I'll try to juggle it, giving you the codes right now for the event for tomorrow in order to get your 4 half decks you can be choosing from, because I want this process to be smooth and start relatively on time, so that the sooner I can get these out to people, the better. And so the event will start at 10 a.m. If people are logging in online right at 10 a.m., then they get their decks, and then we'll give like a 15-minute window where people can be fusing their decks or deciding. But if you get your decks ahead of time, like if you're watching the stream right now, if I'm going to post on Discord right after the stream to kind of let people know that as well, then you'll get extra time kind of as a thank you for, checking on the stream, for being active on the Discord, for seeing those messages, then you'll just get a little bit more time to decide on what decks you're going to use. It's not really a competitive advantage. I mean, you get more time, but this is a sealed event, so you have no idea what you're going to be going against. I just want this event. It's kind of a test for all of us. I want it to go as smooth as possible. So we're very excited to be running a sealed tournament like this, and any little bit that people can do to help, like reaching out to me on Discord, shooting me a message, then I can, starting probably I might a little bit later in the stream, start to get those decks out to people so we can make sure tomorrow's event runs as smoothly as possible. You'll just have to, in your message, you will have to let me know what name on the SolForgeFusion.com event is going with these codes, just so then I can check in. And I'm getting feedback that my voice is kind of going in and out. Okay. Thanks, Viper Dave. I'll try to speak a little bit slower then and a little more calmly. If there's anything that you missed, please put it in the comments, and then I can make sure that I clarify for everybody. Well, as I have been doing through the course of this week, because I have enough experience points on this track, that then I've been able to claim some decks as the week has gone along. Right now, I am going to be claiming the last 2 bits of rewards here. Yeah, thank you, Billy Bad Aim, that the stream's getting choppy. I'll see if there's anything I can really do about that other than slow down and close some windows, I think. I might need to go like this. We'll see if that makes it work a little bit better. So trying a few things to see if that'll work. But feedback is appreciated so I can make sure this is the best stream possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim this Prismatic trail. I'm going to claim that one first to see if you can claim things out of order going forward. So that is a cosmetic reward. I will go to cosmetics, and I'm going to turn that one live. So when I'm placing my cards into lanes, it's going to give this nice little rainbow colored trail for me to see. Now I've got one more reward, and that is going to be this last half deck. Also, in the comments, let me know if things are better now or if it's still choppy. I'll see if there's anything else I can do about it, because I've pretty much closed all the windows I can. Attempting to claim another Aloyan. The Titans of Commanding. So we've got Repurpose. Choose a creature. If it gets replaced this turn, I can reanimate it. Tinker and then Enhance. I like that combination. That loadout is really good. Those Forgeborn abilities. I think I probably would have liked Tinker at 2 a little bit better, but that's okay, because I like getting 2 Gizmo minions instead of 1 Mega Gizmo, but that might help me a little more in the later game. Now let's check to see what creatures I've got. Drix, excellent. That's the first Drix I've opened in any of these XP gained decks. And then next is the Prophet. That is excellent replacement synergy. If this replaced a creature, give your creatures either +2/2, +3/3, or +4/4. That can be really, really fun. Spirit Forge Sentinel, another replacement synergy. I like that. Steadfast Sentry, a big body with some armor. Voltaic Prophet, good mage synergy. And War Machine, and that's got replacement synergy. So when I'm looking for a pairing for this, it'll be something that will allow me to get more creatures out, really outvalue my opponent, and then have all these replacements come into play. And Digitize, okay. Energy Prison, I like that one. That's able to upgrade and go a little bit faster, give an enemy creature a lot of reduced attack. Heavy Artillery is the same vein in that giving a creature attack and then taking away from somebody else. And then Metasight, also very restrictive. This has a lot of very good components to it, and I think I know which one of my decks I'm going to pair this with. So the Titans of Commanding, I'm actually going to go right to my collection. So then I can favorite this deck, as I've been doing all week, with either the the 4 initial decks that you get with through the experience ladder, or then the 2 random ones that I just unlocked as well. So the Titans of Commanding, I'm probably going to pair that with my Uterra here. So we're going to fuse a new deck, the Titans of Commanding, and the Uterra I'm going to fuse it with is going to be the favorited. That this was the Uterra that I opened. It was the first deck along that XP track. And if you haven't been following along all week, I'm going to show this one off. It does some good stuff. All right, I'm going to start running with Steel Rosette as my Forgeborn for this, at least initially. And with all of these decks, XP, grind, lucky 7. Any fuse decks that I've made with 2 decks that I've opened through this XP track, I've just called them XP grind because I was grinding over 1 million XP as I've been playing. So we've got this one. And I'm at least going to be starting out playing tonight. I know that the other night when I was streaming last night, people were asking for me playing a little bit more Heat, so I might end up doing some of that. But first thing I want to do is I'm just going to go into the online battle and see who's waiting in the queue. We'll do a couple of matches here, and then we might start challenging some friends, or I might see if I can bring on a very special guest to be playing against me tonight. We'll see how schedules line up. Just a quick question for the chat. Has the choppiness, has that gotten better in terms of the video stream? I'm hoping that has evened out a little bit. So let's see. We've got a lot of people here that are watching. And I wonder creatures with deploy. How are the deck names generated? Is it random or somehow connected to the cards within it? That's a really good question, Skuro. The decks are algorithmically generated as the deck names are algorithmically generated as well. And there is a large pool of random words and phrases that they're drawing from. Sometimes they are even cards or creatures that are in the game. But also there was, I believe, a Kickstarter backer reward for anybody who played the original SolForge a decade ago, that they get their Discord name in the deck name generating pool. So if you were somebody that was a loyal follower from a decade ago and you re-upped with SolForge Fusion, then your Discord handle was a possible name that got put into the deck name. It's really cool. It's really cool. I was not part of the original wave, so I didn't have that opportunity, but that's totally fine. I have found a fair amount of decks that do belong to other people, and it's difficult to find if those people are still playing, but I do have a few that I'm actually going to be giving to somebody in the very future because I'm pretty sure that they're theirs. So we are waiting a pretty long time in the campaign here because it seems like most people are probably busy. Not in the campaign, in the queue. So I can jump into the campaign, and as soon as a match is available for me, then it will just jump me right to that match. So let's see, what deck was I playing here? I don't even remember. Oh, this was the first XP grind. So this is very aggressive, Tempest, Uterra, kind of dinosaur-y, and creatures with the printed ability aggressive. Ooh, when you play a Tempest spell, deal damage to each enemy creature equal to the current deck cycle. At the end of the second deck cycle, oh, it doesn't matter because I found a match. The manly one, all right. And I get to go first. Well, I've got a couple options. I think the first one is going to have to be Ferocious Mantis. And I get to face off against Billy Bad Aim. Hopefully, you were kind and brought Brought something fun that's not going to crush me. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if your deck list is available. Yep. So if you press the Shift D key, you might be able to see your opponent's deck list if they have the setting on that is Share Deck List. Both players need to have that setting on in order for you to be able to see your opponent's deck list. But you can always see your deck list by just hitting the D key, that hotkey there. So let's see. I don't know. Let's see how much time I've got. I've got a little bit of time. So it looks like we already have a Betrayer Mystical Tangle Sprout, which isn't technically mystical. Refreshing for a lot of replacement. Got some dinosaurs. A Betrayer Thundersaur. Looks good in green. And Betrayer Mystical Tangle Sprout. So double Thundersaur, double Tangle Sprout. Those are probably what I'm going to have to watch out for, along with that Stone Skin and probably Turnabout. So I have my Forgeborn ability active right away. And I'm going to use that to get rid of that Mystical Tangle Sprout, because that could only cause trouble. And we'll go here. I would have liked to been able to or be able to upgrade my Soothing Druid as well, but that wasn't in the cards. And a Thundersaur that gets 2 extra health. Whoo! Okay. So now I got to figure out how to deal with that. Got to figure out how to deal with the Thundersaur right away. Well, I've got some options. I've got Metasight here that could give it minus attack, so it'd be down to 0 attack. Oh no, Thundersaurs! So many Thundersaurs. Okay. I think I'm probably... Oh, that's going to deal 5 damage. Yep. Take out Drix right away. Okay. So the Rallying Prophet isn't going to give me quite as much value as I would have hoped. It's a Godzilla invasion. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think... Because this deck wants to be replacing things. So I just need to be winning trades in order to keep things alive. And I'm winning a trade. I lose a trade, and then we've got that stagnation there that I could potentially be winning next time. And through the course of my streaming this week, I haven't been playing competitively, in that if I was playing competitively, I would be checking my opponent's deck list and running through all that. I did check the deck list tonight, but I haven't for most of the rest of the week, and then checking to see what cards are in their discard pile. I'm sure that is, well, those are good habits to get into from a competitive sense, but for playing and streaming, it might kind of bog things down a little bit. No, that's not the one I want to do it on. What am I thinking? Let's go like this. And then turn that one off. Because the Tempest Thundersaur might be dying. Should have played... I... No. Okay. So we've got that Mystical Tangle Sprout there that's going to be living. I don't like the idea of Thundersaur sticking around, because this deck doesn't have a lot of the removal that I would hope that it has, or that I'm going to need. So I think I have to digitize on the War Machine to make sure I take out that Thundersaur. Interesting, because if they do that if they actually now do combat, Yeah, Stone Skin with two Thunder Swords is really treacherous. Yeah, and I'll take the breakthrough damage, the open lane. Yeah. I wonder if my deck has enough removal to deal with some of this stuff. We're gonna have to see. And Forgeborn there is Shapeshift to one of your creatures +3/+3. This turn it has all creature types. Okay. And they're just going to bump up that Thundersaur as big as possible. Okay. Hmm. And I have repurpose. Had he played that one? Well, they have bumped up that Thundersaur as big as possible, so I am just going to turn it off. Which means it doesn't have breakthrough. It's not going to be. Yeah. Oh no. Hmm. What do I want to do on this front? Because that. I'm okay. I'm comfortable with how that's going to be. I would like. I can't get rid of both of those mystical tangle sprouts. I can get rid of one. Hmm. So I think that's what I have to do. I have to do that. And then we're going to see what I can muster against this level 2 mystical tangle sprout. Okay, well, the rest of this hand isn't looking great. So I actually might digitize. Oh no! Well, let's see how well that pays off. And then another Thundersaur, all of the dinosaurs. And I could. Hmm. I would really like to get rid of that mystical tangle sprout, but even now, I didn't have enough attack to take it out. Oh, good call, because now that's going to take out my Glowhive Siren. Okay. I like the color schemes in this pairing from the Manly one. The deck seems really strong and really fun, and I am trying my darndest to make sure that I can survive this here. Got a good combo. We'll just see. Does indeed look like a lot of fun. Yeah, this is definitely a very strong deck. Hmm. I'm worried about what they're going to do. But if I go this here. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't even shown this off yet. My Prismatic Trail. Look at that. For getting up to 500,000 XP, I get that Prismatic Trail in me playing any of my cards. I forgot to show that off. Okay. Now I'm worried if they get rid of my Drix, because if that happens, then I'm going to be in a world of hurt. Paynex 910, we having fun tonight? We're starting to. We are definitely starting to. So I need to gain full advantage of what I got going on here. Huh. I wonder. So if I rallying profit, that's not going to quite do it for me. But if I go like this, there, then I use my Forgeborn ability on Drix. Then with my play, I'm going to replace Drix with the Rallying Prophet. So I will reanimate Drix. Over here's going to be the lesser of two evils. Then Rallying Prophet, because I replaced. Then I give all my creatures +2/+2. And go that. And here to then save myself a little bit of damage. Or I go here and win the trade. Because then that's going to go up to a 6/6. And I'd still be taking 2 damage breakthrough from that Betrayer Thundersaur. So if I go this route, I win a trade and only take 2 more damage. Double Thundy, double Tangle Sprout is scary. It is. It is. And it's really interesting to see how the manly one is going to juggle all of the interactions that are going on here. Yep. This could definitely be causing trouble. And at this level, Barkskin, give up to 2 your creatures 8 armor this turn. That's clutch. Play a Mega Gizmo minion. Okay. Let's try that. Mega Gizmo minion right there. And then for my play, I'm going to have the Uterra Charger come into play. It's going to get a series of buffs. And it gets to battle an enemy creature, so I'm going to have it battle that Tangle Sprout. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And then give up to 2. Yep. Put the armor on the Thundersaurs. And have one run into Drix. Okay. It's going to put a bit of a disadvantage there. But if I go this here, go that. This one isn't looking great for me because this deck doesn't have a whole lot of hard removal options. So I'm seeing if I can just replace and outvalue my opponent through this. And then giving that, so 10 and 12 breakthrough is 22. And I am not doing enough coming back. And I certainly do not have the tools right now. Yep, this is probably the last turn. Probably the last turn. Because 6 is not going to be enough to do anything. Well, let's see what we can come up with. So then I might as well switch that. I might as well switch the order of these. Metasight, so I'm going to switch 2 creatures and then give them -3 attack. I still think I'm sunk on this one though, because there's a lot of buffing. Yeah, that's probably going to push it out of range anyways. I'll still give that +6 health. Give this one -6 health. 13, 16, and 10 is 26. Yep, so that ended up doing it. Does the Thundersaur gain attack for lost armor too, or just lost health? It gains attack when it's dealt damage. Yeah, good game. So the fact that it had armor on it at least the Betrayer one, it had armor on it when combat happened. Then the armor plus, if anything, went onto the creature's health. All of that gets converted into attack for the Thunder Swords. So putting armor on your Thunder Swords is a really good idea. Yeah, so that was a really well put together couple of half decks that Billy Bad Aim was able to do, and kind of juggling, mirroring Betrayers. I haven't seen too much of that. I think that's a really cool twist on deck building. That game state looked like one from the campaign. Yeah. Yep. It did. A lot of high synergy stuff. That was fun to go against. All right, got a new match right away. Jade? I don't know if I faced off against this person before. Okay. So I have two creatures that would love to be replacing, and nothing that is giving me more bang for my buck. So I think I'm going to go this route, and then probably Toxic Spores from there, because it's the only spell I've got in order to give a buff, excuse me, for my Voltaic Prophet. Yeah, that was a really fun deck. So Toxic Spores give my creature +3 health, give an enemy creature -3 health, and then give a little bit of armor, so my Voltaic Prophet is going to be huge and not take any damage, which is going to be nice. So I'm going to try to lean into playing extra spells to keep that Voltaic Prophet nice and tidy. Well, might as well digitize level 1. And now we have a Voltaic Prophet, a level 1 creature that has 11 attack, 13 health, and 3 armor. That's going to be difficult for the opponent to deal with. So let's see what they've got in store. And speaking of seeing what they have in store, Shift D to see if they do have their deck visible, but it's my turn now. We've got the Taunting Specimen. Specimen's going to be trouble. I'll go like that so I can win that trade. And facing 1 damage from that specimen is not going to be a problem for me. If only it was a dino. I know, Cardboard Newt. I know. Well, now it got turned into a wisp. So you got that going for you. Ooh, win a trade, lose my very best creature, and then they're just going to deal 1 more damage to my Glow Hive. That's fair. Okay. Well, I've got 3 spells that... Ooh. More than most. Hey, more than most. Good to see you on my stream. All right. Do they have anything that is going to wipe out my Drix right away? It looks like Gauntlets of Solgrim. Nope. Sonic Burst definitely could ruin my day. But that's going to ruin it no matter what. Ugh, dang it. Oh, no fun. No fun. Because that destroys all enemy creatures with 3 attack or less, and a Gizmo minion has 3 attack anyway, or less than 3 attack. So it wouldn't matter. It would go away anyways. I could have checked the discard pile to see if my opponent had played that one, or not played that one. And they didn't. So now, just spent too much money on the Creech Brothers sale, massive RSE upgrade for my double shambling. Oh, nice. Let's go like this. Metasite is one that can definitely cause problems for players, especially at the later levels. So we're going to go like that. And I'm also going to play my Gizmo Minion over here to keep it around. I know it's only saving 1 damage, but I think being able to have multiple Gizmos out to have things replace is what this deck is going to want to do. Start of the second deck cycle here. And their Forgeborn ability is Dark Forge Drain. And I get Repurpose. So I think 5, 6, 7 takes out 4. Yeah, let's start like that. Uterra Charger. Going to give it +2/+2 because it replaced a Gizmo Minion. And then have it battle against that big creature and still right now be enough to take out that Spring Dryad. And I'm going to activate Drix to get that Gizmo out right away. It wouldn't help against Sonic Burst, but it might help against a Botanimate or something. All right, so they get a Gizmo Minion out, and they're gaining some health from that. Interesting. Putting it over there, you say? Almost like they have a counterpunch they're going to want to do. So I could Metasite again and just make 2 of their creatures have 0 attack. Or let's repurpose there. Have Leyline Vermin replace. Leyline Vermin's ability is going to turn off that Gizmo Minion. Going to reanimate right here. And I can have it battle. Let's have it battle the Spring Dryad. And I'm going to lose my level 1 Drix in this combat, but I'm okay if I'm able to do a lot of damage or keep the other 2 creatures on the board still. Because then I know that down the line I'm going to have my level 2 Drix, hopefully, and then hopefully my level 3. That's the rub there. Okay, that Shroudthorn Splicer to replace the Gizmo into a Oakfather. But I snuffed it out as best I could, so they don't get the bonus from it. And I think they realize that now. Dark Forge Drain, they get 2/2 for each spell in their banish pile, not their discard pile. Banish pile, so 1, 2 spells. So we got to keep a count on that. 2 spells. Then we need to hope that they're not going to play anything with Breakthrough and Dark Forge Drain it. Okay. I've got Soothing Druid to fill a couple lanes if need be. And then I've got a couple of good replacement options. So I have options there. Feral Instinct isn't bad. It doesn't really work too well in this deck I'm seeing because I want to try to be getting that creature advantage. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Well, Let's fill 2 lanes. And hope that whatever my opponent does, I might then be able to replace one of these two with War Machine or the Shardplate Delver. And I haven't decided which way I want to go. And maybe if they do a spell or something, I might do Heavy Artillery instead, so then I'm able to take out their level 2 Spring Dryad. Yeah, I could do that and then still win that trade. Oh, well, well, well. And Dark Forge draining over there, so then that Torgmite Guardian's going to stick around. Well, I think then I have to change it up in order to keep value and switch that so I'll at least have one creature on the board, because no other way. I mean, if I did one of my replacements, then that creature would have stuck around, but I think that's the route I had to go. And now let's do Drix there. And then I think I've got to figure out how I want this to work with my Ferocious Mantis. Well, now it won't matter, because that's just going to take out Drix level 2 right there. Ugh, so mean. At almost no penalty. Yeah, and it could battle the other one to take out, yep, my entire board. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Okay. So I will do this to save as much damage as I can. And we're going to see if I can do something that won't freeze my computer. Okay. And, oh yeah, end turn. It's going to stay alive, and I take 6 damage, and, yep. Yikes. Yikes, not great. Not great. Now my third deck cycle, level 3 Drix. Do your creatures 8 armor this turn. Play Mega Gizmo minion. Okay. So I think I've got this figured out. Yes, it is definitely a horrid, no good, very bad board state. I think, because I'm going to have to juggle this Drix with my Mantis. Yeah. So I think I have to do it here like this. And what is my Forgeborn ability? Play Mega Gizmo minion. Okay. Hopefully they don't have anything that's going to wipe out my level 3 Drix. Because if they do, then I am I'm toast. Whatever do you mean? I don't have a lot of holes in this boat. This boat's doing just fine. So I just realized that in order to use the Ferocious Mantis ability, oh, I've got to juggle this even worse. Holy Toledo. This is going to be gross. We're merely a flesh wound. We're still doing fine. We're still doing fine. So I got this here. We are doing fine. It's going to look a little bit better after this. Because here, now we can reanimate there. Use my Forgeborn ability to play a Mega Gizmo minion. There. I can reanimate Drix, which I confirm. And I do that there. So it gets +6/+6. And now I get to play another Mega Gizmo minion, which I could either do it to then trade with the Torgmai. I think I have to. Or I'll do that, and I'll take 17, but then I get to take out the really big bad. Again, not great. There's a lot of holes in this boat, but I did survive that one. I did survive that one, and now we're going to go +6 there and -6 to the breakthrough. I will then also play Mega Gizmo over there. And we're going to see what we're working with. Well, life is full of disappointments. And 6 armor on that. Okay. Well, I would very much like to get rid of this toward my Guardian, but that's not even going to do it. Well, I need to stop 16 damage from coming in. So there's no question there. Have to stop that one. And you're gone. So I'm taking 23 out of the 29 I had available to me. And I lose my ace in the hole. So, there we go. Down to 3. Yep. And I need to block 4 lanes. And the Soothing Druid, now at level 2, doesn't block the lanes. Okay, so we go here and replace another creature with an Oak Father, and I gain a little bit of health. But unless I could cover probably 4 lanes, not going to happen. Oh, yeah, that'll work too. That will work too. Then spell is played. Oh, gross. Good game on that one. Good game indeed. All right, these. All right, that one was. Yeah, I had moments, but I didn't really have much of a fighting chance on that one. Now let's see if we can get this to work. Like I said at the top of the stream an hour ago, I'm going to try to start giving out the sealed deck codes for tomorrow's event now. And I already had people jumping. So let's send this and see if it works. Because if that works, then we can start getting other people ready to go for tomorrow morning's sealed event. Let's also check in to see how many... Yeah, my pleasure. Let's check in to see how many people are actually signed up for this. Now, my stream may go a little bit glitchy now, but But let's see how many people. Last time I saw, we had, I believe, 51 people registered. And events. And event. Let's see. 64! We're up to 64 players for this digital event. That's crazy. Yeah, so anybody who is signed up to participate in the digital event tomorrow and wants to get their codes for their half decks ahead of time, reach out to me. Shoot me a direct message on Discord, and I'll get those decks out to you. I will also be posting in the Discord this as well, so everybody who is plugged into the community can be helping me out. That this is purely so then people can be helping this process go a lot smoother tomorrow morning. But let's see if we can get one more match with this deck, with this pairing, before then I'll start to bring out some of my other decks that I've crafted together over the years that aren't necessarily the starter decks or from this beginning collection. And then we'll get to see some more exciting ones. Fuzzy Pants. Oh, not more exciting, because I think this one's got real potential. Because this Drix and then Shardplate Delver is such a good combination. All right. What type of evoker are you? Ardent. Okay. So they might be doing a little spell slinging. Now, worst case scenario here is if they put something big enough opposing my Drix that'll take it out, and they did not. Then I was thinking I might just digitize Drix and feel horrible about it. But they did not. So I'm going to go like this and then replace that gizmo with Shardplate Delver. And this might be leading me towards a win condition. Because in the previous matches, I haven't had an opportunity to play Shardplate Delver where I felt it was in my best interest. So we'll see if this is going to work better. All right. And now, look at that dino. I get it. I get it. Cardboard Newt, the dinosaur. Let's go like this. Let's start by playing a Gizmo. And then Ferocious Mantis there. So I can win that trade. And now, it's telegraphing my play a little bit, but I'm going to then use Mantis's ability, its deployability, which says this turn this creature gets activate, use your level 2 Forgeborn ability. My level 2 Forgeborn ability is repurpose, choose a creature it gets. If this is replaced, you may reanimate it this turn on my Drix. So I'm going to replace my Drix with something. And then I'll be able to bring the Drix back into play. And I think the replacementness, this looks like it's very mage and spell slingy. So I wonder if I want to do Leyline Vermin to turn off. I think I do. Let's do Leyline Vermin. And then Leyline Vermin's ability. This turn, opposing creature loses all printability. So I'm going to do that to the Master, because the Master is mage synergy like crazy. So if I turn it off, at least they won't be getting a spell sprite right now. All right, and let's see where we're at with this. Okay, Things seem to be working in my favor right now. Big board presence. I can do that rallying profit, which will be giving me a lot of profit. I know it's bad pun. And then I might be able to toxic spores also to give my Drix a little bit more health and then take out the voltaic prof. Excuse me. So I think that's the order I want to go with for that. We shall see. Uh-oh, what shardback is that? The Venerable Shardback. Shardback is one of the most feared cards in the game right now because whenever this is dealt non-combat damage, deal 2 damage to all enemy creatures. There's a version of the Shardback that has it, you activate it to deal damage to itself to give it attack. And then because of that trigger, with the modifying term Furious, that would give this more attack. It would then allow it to keep doing a whole bunch of damage to itself and really just punishing the opponent's entire side of the board. But I'm going to see if I can prevent that from happening a little bit by buffing up all my creatures. And then probably doing toxic spores. Probably on the voltaic prophet, but possibly that would probably be the spot. And then I don't think I'll use it on Drix. I might have my Shardplate Delver be on the positive end of toxic spores. I think that might work out a little bit better. Let's see what they're doing here. And I think I'm on water. Pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, I'll let the chat decide what I will be playing next. So after this match, I'm going to either play. What about Energy Prison Shardback? I could then upgrade Toxic Source. Ooh, I do like that. I think I really like that. I'll test it. That is definitely the better play. Because then it's not going to do any damage there, and then upgrade Toxic Spores, which could be a nice little switcheroo reversal. Carl Tessie, yeah. I think everybody is a little tired of seeing me lose all these matches tonight. So they're helping me out a little bit. I appreciate that. That's a good call. Okay, so now I got my Forgeborn ability repurpose. Let's play a Gizmo minion, and then we are going to replace that Gizmo right away with Drix. And pass over to my opponent. Let's see what Forgeborn ability has. Stimbolt. Yeah, wow, this deck looks like it's a lot of mage synergy and spell slinging, two of my favorite things in this game. But because we've been able to build our wide board, thanks almost entirely to Drix and the Sharpplate Delver, before you say anything, Cardboard Newt. Let's see. Because I could Energy Prison there. And then I'll upgrade Metasite. And I don't get the value out of playing a minion there with that Drix, but that's okay. Cardboard Newt, one of my XP unlocks was a spell slinging Dino deck, FYI. Nearly my top favorite deck now. Nice! Yeah, some of these decks they're really good. Right. Ferocious Mantis would be able to give me a Mega Gizmo minion. I might save that. Might save that. Ah. But this is going to be interesting because I think I might use my Forgeborn ability on my level 1 Drix, use the Drix, have Ferocious Mantis replace it, and then have Drix come into play on the gizmo that it made. Cardboard Nude going into details on this deck. 2 summoning and 1 chaining on dinos. Those are awesome modifying terms. The rest of the deck and the center could be better, but it's fun. Yeah, so much of this game is just stuff that's fun. Stuff that's fun. All right, and then repurpose that first before just replacing it. Got to give it the repurpose. And then does it have to be Mantis? No, it doesn't have to be Mantis at that point. It can just be a giant dinosaur. I think I'll just make it a giant dinosaur. Because I like having that Mantis at level 2 to be able to play a Mega Gizmo minion, an extra one kind of on command. So I might want to keep that Mantis there. Raptor and then Might of the Herd. Yeah, that's my new pivot now. That's my new pivot. I mean, Might of the Herd is only going to impact this dinosaur in terms of giving a buff. It's only one creature. Oh, well, there we go. Place with Gizmo, play Drix on other Gizmo, then Dino on the initial Gizmo. I could have juggled it a little bit more. Yes, that is definitely possible. But now Might of the Herd is no good. Heavy Artillery. Okay. And then that Drix is just got nothing going for it. Replacement decks are very complex. Yes, I don't have one, I don't think. Like I haven't built around that archetype for a deck. 6, 8, 10. Okay. So let's go like this here. And I don't care too much about what's going on with that, but I then replace it with the Voltaic Prophet, which gets +4/+4. And because my opponent played spells, I can activate the Voltaic Prophet to give it armor, so it'll stick around a little bit longer. Because the wording on that card is if a spell was played this turn. And then I'll just chump block right there. Oh, I haven't explored more than most replacement, like a deck that is fully replacement synergy type of deck. Oh, here we go. Let's go that there, and then Shardplate Delver right on top like that to give it the Drix, the level 2 Drix proc, the Gizmo Minion replacement proc, and then the Shardplate Delver replacement. Yeah, this deck is cooking right now. I think my opponent is has their back against the wall. I have been wrong before. I don't even know what my other play would be. I think it might be Drix and the Uterra Charger 579. Yeah. Yes. Agreed more than most. Drix can steamroll a game if left to reap value. Yeah. Wasn't Charger with the Gizmo first, then that as your second play better? Probably. I will offer no delusions that I am an excellent player at this game. I love playing this game, but Resolute 55, this was probably a better play strategically. Oh, and then my opponent quit on that, which is fair. Okay, I have two options, which has excellent. Yes, my charisma stat is total crits. Let's see. I have a couple of decks that I will want to play that I think are fun to watch, and I mean most of my decks are fun to play. I have one that is zombie synergy and one that is mobility. That counts for a lot. So do y'all want to see me play a zombie deck or a mobility deck? The first three responses are what I'm going to go with, and I'm looking at the chat right now. Mobility. Two for mobility. All right. So that deck is conveniently named. Where are you? Come on. Okay, now my trackpad is deciding not to work. So that deck is called Jump, Jive, and Whale. My mobility deck. So I'm going to see whoever's out there to potentially play against this. It's a little bit stronger, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a fair matchup if it's going against somebody that just has the starters and a couple of these other decks. Because this one I found over the course of, I don't know, 6 months of playing this game. So we'll see if my opponent is up to that challenge. Oh, found a match. So I think more than most challenged me. I'm queuing up. Please play something that is similar to you know is going to work. All right. So this deck is based on mobility. It is about things moving and changing lanes, which I think is a fascinating thing to be a synergy in a game like SolForge Fusion. One of the fun cards with this is the Yeti Warcaller. If a creature is moved to another lane this turn, deal 3 damage to an enemy creature or player. That's an activate. This creature ends up getting quite large. It starts out 4/7 is way above curve. So then if I'm able to just continually do a little bit of damage to a creature or player as long as something's changing lanes, then we're in good shape. Oh, it says more than most disconnected? Okay. Jurch, can you make a bug report? Sure. Um, Opponent was disconnected. QUE. The same time we made a friend battle. Accidentally, of course, and it disconnected them. I would have won anyways. Just submitting the bug report so then we get it on file that I would have won anyways. And there we go. So then we will forfeit this game. And that's my mobility deck. I get my opponent to just leave. Oh shoot, more than most. Oh shoot, I just got paired with Justin Gary, the creator of the game, the guy whose name is on the box, but was minimized talking to you. Oh no! All right, now I'm kind of juggling feelings. It looks like I just got invited to play Justin Gary, so there's kind of a musical chairs going on here. And I guess I'll use this mobility against Justin Gary because now I was supposed to be playing Eli, and he got disconnected. So then he jumped into a game that was supposed to be with Justin Gary, and now I got bumped for this. I don't know. All right, let's see what Justin's playing here. Soul Rip, Army of the Damned, Dark Summoning, Blight Witch, Corrupt Summoner, Gloom Reaper Hag, Raging Spirit. Ooh, a lot of spell slinging. Got some beast energy. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one and very different from my own deck. Hmm. I want to get my mobility stuff online as soon as possible, so I've got a Fleet War Stoker here. The modifying term fleet just gives it mobility and it changes its attack and health a little bit. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are for that, but and then Forge Seal in order to destroy one of your creatures. Look at all that juggling right away. Well, oh, and then corrupt, but then because they played a spell, get to have a mindless zombie minion. And in the first turn, Justin ends up playing 4 cards. Okay, well, I could do my piddly little play here of Flame Jet for free. And nothing's going to happen in either one of those lanes, so we're going to go like this. And I'll do a counter punch of the Windspark Elemental. So I take 8 damage, he takes 4. Then I get to deal that much damage to an enemy creature. I think, well, that's going to get to go off anyway, so I'm going to go there and just take out a creature. Okay. Hmm. So I've got mobility ones. I've got the Yeti Warcaller. But I want to keep that Yeti Warcaller around. So let's try Energy Surge. I can't remember what the... At level 2, it's a Mega Gizmo. And upgrading a card. I say we go like this. And then I will upgrade the Epic Hawk. And pass over. And then I'm going to play Yeti Warcaller as my second play. Going to do that there. Give it +2/+2. Going to move a creature, so then I get to activate this. And deal 3 damage. Let's see. So that would then trade. I'll just go 3 here so I can take that out next time. Maybe there's some protection from looking at the SBE account through the API. Ooh, I like the fact that this match has all 4 factions. I can't check Justin's collection. Well, don't be trying to steal somebody else's information. Okay. Oh. Slick move. Okay. Gross. There's not much I can do about that. Because I think... No, let's just go like this. It's not going to be pretty. And only one is actually going to trade. Well, yep. We're in a little bit of a rough spot. Because the engines that I was trying to build did not take off quite yet. And I want to try to keep a little bit of health left because I didn't get my aggressive creatures in order to be changing lanes and stuff like that. Okay. Hmm. 3, 4, 5, and that. So if I burn out here, those two get buffed up enough to make those two trades and get those creatures off the board. And I keep one on the board and still only take 5 damage. I think I can live with that. All right. Forgeborn ability, destroy one of your creatures to play a level creature for free. All right. I get to give one of my creatures 4 attack and 4 armor this turn. Well, 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 well. Here we go. And then my next play is going to have to be the epic Hawk. And then have that switch lanes with something advantageous for me. Then use this to ping 4 damage to maybe a chump blocker or a low health creature that Justin's putting into play. Or, well, not directly to his face because that damage is not going to be good enough value for me. Because that fort... Nope, that's not going to be enough. Let's go here and have those two switch. Then I get to deal 4 damage there to take that off the board. And I'm worried about what Justin could do, and having that War Caller out is really helpful for me. So I think I'm just going to reinforce right away. I don't like it, but I'm so uneasy with what the plays could be that I think I'm going to do that. All right, now we're going to see what's going on. Forge Seal, what was that? Next Forgeborn ability? 2 zombie brutes. Okay. Just getting all the big zombies out. All right. And then we'll see what he's coming up with. Destroy one of your creatures to play level 1 for free. That then, to boost up the beast even more. Okay, an interesting shuffling of the deck there, but it did keep a creature around that normally would not have stayed around. Okay. So I've got Lightning Spark that I could do to free... Well, it would only free up the lane with the Keeper. It's probably... Yep, I'm going to turn that off. Gross. Only went down on the board, and it died. And it's gone. So I could... I've got options with that. Going to win those 2 trades. So I think I go Fleet Warstoker in one of these, and then I just chump block in front of their demon, that Steadfast Demon, and be okay with that. Ah, buffing that one up, you say. Okay. Gross. Hmm. Well, I've got a chump blocker there, and something that's going to be a little bit larger there. And actually, if I switch these two, then I win both of those trades. Kind of like that. Okay, so clears out my opponent's board. Normally, this board wants to stay relatively clean on account of most of it's about mobility and moving around. So let's see what I can do here. I am going to start by switching those two. And then 4, 8. I'll just do all this to my opponent's face. So that I can do 4 damage. I then am going to do Everflame Aura on a creature with reduced health to give it 3 attack and ready it. And it gives it some mobility, but I'm fine with that staying right there. Then I'm going to activate it to deal 4 damage at my opponent's face. And I also get to do Flame Jet for free to deal damage, 7 damage to each of us. And get that Spell Swarm up even more. And I haven't even technically played a card yet. So then I will just do my Mystic here, give another one of my creatures 3 attack mobility. I'll just pump everybody up, so there's going to be no good decisions for my opponent to make here. Neck Revive, I get to choose one. Good one. Ew. Yikes. Yep, that one hurts. Because I've only got 17 health left, so I can't really allow one of these two to open lane on me. Just like he was doing there to open lane. Okay. So I will burn out and put a spell sprite there and give all of my creatures a lot of attack. And hopefully now Justin's going to be taking at least 15 damage. Oh, but there goes that Warcaller. Okay, so I'm at a board state disadvantage. I'm at a health disadvantage. And I'm at an experience level disadvantage. So essentially right where I want to be. But I got the Warcaller and the Epic Hawk together again. I might, depending on... Oh no, Justin can play 2 zombie brutes. I don't think I'm in a position where I can win. Where I can win this turn. But if he doesn't use his Forgeborn ability, then I'm in really good shape. Hmm. So I go here. And as long as he doesn't use his Forgeborn, I'm in really good shape. Because I can set a creature's attack to 0 with my Forgeborn ability. So I can block with the Warcaller, render one of his useless, and then he's got the... So he could fill both open lanes or one of them. Deal 5 damage, have the 15 coming through, so that would be 20. And then I would just need to survive to the next turn because then I could switch back, have the Warcaller deal 5 more face damage. Yeti first, then Hawk. Use Yeti to kill Z11. Okay. So I think I go like this. I'm going to switch these. Going to set a creature's attack to 0. And then take that out right now. So he's only going to have one creature coming back after this combat. Okay, and I can deal 12. Oh. I can deal a lot of damage right here. Because I go Lightning Spark to the face, creature switching lanes, then I can go Yeti Warcaller, which is 5 more. So 5, 10, 17. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. So I'm going to switch these two, activate to deal 5 damage to my opponent's face. For my play, I'm going to play Everflame Aura to ready it and give it attack. The attack doesn't quite matter, because then I can activate to deal 5 more damage to my opponent's face. And I'm going to save that for my next play, just in case. Yeah, I'll get rid of one of my creatures. I don't think it matters because I've got 14 damage sitting right there between those two cards, and there's nothing he can do about it. Lightning Spark there, and then Flame Jet for free, so we each take 9 damage. Whew! By that much! That much, yeah, good game indeed. Wow. That was, that was really tight. That's really close. Razor's edge on that one. Oh, yeah, boy howdy. That was a tough one. All right, for my last match of the night, because I think this will probably be the last that we'll have time for, I'm going to do an oldie but goodie. And I think I've done this one on stream a little bit. This is the Flood, which is the deck that I played at the Gen Con 2022 pre-release event, and I finished just outside the top 8 with this, which is a theme for most of my organized play. This deck is about getting out a lot of zombie minions, and it's trying to flood the board by like the second or third deck cycle to see if I can take out my opponent pretty fast. Otherwise, if this goes to the 4th deck cycle, I'm toast. So I will see if Justin is up for one more. Waiting for friend to respond. Otherwise, I could just play, see who else is in the chat there. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Is my size? Yep, size is still good. All right. So let's see. Let's see what Justin Gary is going to be bringing to the table for this one. I'm expecting it to be something different. I don't know what else is in his collection. So we'll see what else is coming to the table. All right, and I get to go first. Well, let's lead off with a couple of Wisp minions with Summoning Council. I like the chance to get an Oak Father in the Cycle 2 version of that. Let's see what's going on with his deck. Lightning Speed, that's good to have. Blast Wave, Demolish. Oh, he's bringing out some set 2 stuff. A lot of Yetis. And a Nova Elementalist. Okay. And a Devouring Drake, Vampiric, General's Wrath, Dark Heart's Earth. Oh. Oh my. And a Betrayer's Shadow Strength. Well, this is going to be fun for people to see all the tricks that this deck can do. And a Rune Scarred Pit. Yeah, Justin came back with a bit of a vengeance on this one. Yeah, this is we're gonna see how long we can hold on here, but and getting that Rumble Spark out, or the at least Rumble Spark energy out right away. Now that's something I'm gonna have to play around. I've got a chance because I can Soothing Mantis into Refreshing Ravager and keep enough strength. At least he missed Dark Heart Sorcerer. Yes. Yep. Yep. So I'm gonna have to be on my toes for this one to see if I can maneuver around. I saw his RSC. It looks nasty. Has a Betrayer Shadow Strength. Yep. Yep. And that's a good spell in and of its own. But now you've got that as a Betrayer. I think I awoken the beast. Okay. Well, I will go this here. And it's soothing, so I get a little bit of health. Then activate, and I'm going to put a zombie brute in the way of that. In the way of Nova. Yep. Good work. There it comes already. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. But let's do the Refreshing Ravager here so I can win that combat. This replaced a creature, gains 6 health. Don't mind if I do. And if he gained health this turn, this gets +2/+2. Again, thank you very much. So I win one trade, lose another, and then break even. I'm doing okay. And I got to see Mantis. I also probably need to get Forge Seal out. Or... I think I need to... Ooh, because Infernal Ritual is really good later, though, too. Because I could Dendrify to get that up to an 8/8. I think I need to do that. And then, depending on what Justin does, Dark Shaper's Ritual, okay. I think we need a way... Let's see what he chooses for this. Uh, each enemy player must destroy one of their creatures. Well, yep, that's rough. Okay, well then I will just Circe's Call for 3. Circe, table for 3. And getting Circe's Call loaded up and leveled up rather is going to be important for this deck because then I'm going to be getting brutes out and eventually it's going to be for free. Forge powers, +2 attack and aggressive. I'm glad that he's got the forge twice this time, so then he doesn't get full value on that. Summoning Council Forge Seal might be my play. Unless he destroys my poor little creature, then I can Scourge Hydra to trade back with him on that. And then, depending on how the rest of the board state looks, I might try to get an extra brute out. And that is devouring, right? Yep. Give a creature -1/-1. Okay. So summoning council. Wisp first can keep that there. And then I'm going to Oak Father because I don't want that to stick around. That Invocust is going to hurt. And then I'm going to be able to Forge Seal, gain a little bit of health because both of the Wisp and Oak Father are spirits. So I gain a little bit of health. I'll be able to use my level 2 Forgeborn ability, which is Zombie Brute. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. He replaced his. Yeah. That was going to be odd. Yeah. Don't want to replace that Rumble Spark with a Zombie Brute, but that's part of the perils of putting it in the lane with that Exalt. Yeah. Okay. Deal the damage there. Gross. But I get to. So I could Scourge Hydra and still trade. I think that's probably going to work out better for me. Because then Forge Steel, I'm still going to have the opportunities to be. Doesn't Dendrify on RSC? It would. It would, but that's not. To me, that's not the biggest threat. Because I have so many options to keep chump blocking this that's not going to be the biggest threat to me. Normally, yes, if I did that Dendrify on Rumble Spark, then it would shut it down. It'd be game over for that. So, but as far as I understand or see what his deck's doing, that's not the only way for him to be. That's not his only win condition. And what is it at this level? It is 3. Okay. So I think here. And then yeah. So then I think I brute. And there. And then Infernal Ritual. And still trade there and there. Just don't really understand Rumble Spark. Yes, it's a very convoluted card with mechanisms that there's a lot of kind of nuance to it. There has been varying opinions on it in the community. Yeah, and that Dark Heart is going to bring that back into an empty lane. It's still going to be in the back. Still should be in the. There we go. Oh, and then able to. Oh, okay. Yep. I see what I did there. Yeah, because playing a spell, then that was able to activate. That's why I wanted to. Oh. Well, that was not good. That was not good at all. And now, even though I've got Mantis and Ravager back here again, I'm kind of on the back foot because any spell is going to be dealing a lot of damage to me. Deal damage to enemy creature. Yep. Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. Hmm. I still think my best option is probably Mantis into Ravager. And I need to use works as does level 2 Druid. Yes. Yep. Level 2 Druid would have also solved this problem. Zombie Brute. Zombie Brute. Yep, there are options that can get rid of that Rumble Spark at level 3 like that, but I was a foolish, foolish player. Then I go like this. Place a creature, so I gain 10 health. That is life-saving at this point. And then that gets 4/4, so I win that trade. And then it'll just go back behind the Dark Heart Sorcerer for another spell to be played. Yeah, let's see. Hmm. But if I can get rid of that Dark Heart Sorcerer, and this deck does have the tricks to do that, then I might be able to tread water a little bit. Hmm. Well, I don't have the ability to get rid of it right now, but I could do 2 brutes. This, so 4 brutes with a bunch of attack. I think I can get on board with that. 1 brute, 2 brutes, and then Infernal Ritual here and here, and then give them all a lot of extra attack. If the board is too full when RSE is an Exalt form to trigger to form, it will fizzle if there's no empty lane. Same, yes. Ah, that Darkshaper's Ritual is such a good card. Just get an excellent value from it every single time. Yep. Two brutes. And then what else? What else did he choose for that? Um. Oh, probably the gaining health. Okay, so that's still going to trade there. I could get another zombie brute with Forge Seal or get something stronger. No, I need to get something stronger in order to take out that Drake. But I'm guessing he's got another spell to play, which then could give this -2/-2, and then I would no longer take out the Drake. Not to mention, he's got a Forgeborn ability as well. Deal 5 damage to up to 2 creatures. Well, 5. Oh, fun. It's probably going to go right there, the -2/-2. And then if he wanted to keep the level 1 Dark Heart around, he'll probably use his Forgeborn ability to, yeah, take out that, or probably take out both of those. Yeah. So RC cannot replace a creature when the Exalt transforms its instrument. That's true of all transforming Exalts then. I don't know if that's true of all replacing Exalts. The Binary Ability Adapt, good spells pair with the Freaky Body. Yeah, so for that particular card, it does specify an empty lane, but I don't know about all Exalts that transform into creatures. Okay. I think at this point I might just be trying to hang on. Just trying to hang on to make a good show for it, or show of it. So we've got 2 options that could, once again, bounce that Rumble Spark. And I don't have a good option here. Yeah. So I'll at least end up trading with this and then having my Hydra ready for level 3 if it matters. Because down by 49 is not great. And Summoning Council, get a couple of Oak Fathers out. And then I'm probably going to replace with my Refreshing Ravager to give me 15 extra health. And then make a really big creature. But I don't know if 15 health... Oh. And all the zombies. Hmm. I could save this for the next deck cycle, but I wouldn't be playing anything that would improve my board state any. So I might as well do this. Gain 15 health up to 31. And because I gain health, then I get to give that +6/+6. I didn't see if he had an Infernal Ritual. Fight floods with floods. Yes. He's beating me at my own game. Yes. You can't drown a flood, but he's certainly trying. Yeah, and then give a whole bunch there. And because the spell was played, can activate that to deal 5 damage to something. Probably to me. Oh, well, if you get to... Yep, and then that'll deal 5 more damage. Oh, I guess he's okay. Well, because it'll have one health. Yep, but that's the end of the Rumble Spark. It did its job. Okay. So now I need some way to build back four lanes there, and he's probably gonna play a spell to then activate to get rid of my one creature, which will work in my favor because then Scourge Hydra can destroy his. Oh. It is Scourge Hydra is going to be very important here. Go to 1. But then do I play the Spite Hydra or do I Forge Seal? Cycle 4. Uh, Mine is Raising Dead. Mindless Zombie Minion, give my minions +6 attack. And his is destroy an enemy creature with decreased health. Well, let's go here. And then we'll see what Justin Gary's going to do here for a potentially fatal finish. Also, for everybody tuning in now, because we're getting towards the end of my time, and I forgot to keep saying this, tomorrow's sealed event. If you check out the news page on the welcome screen, there's going to be actually the most recent article is about the sealed event that's happening tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. If you are, and where's that going? If you're interested, then sign up for the event. It's totally free. And prior to the event, if you reach out to me on Discord, I will give you your code to where you can start to play your decks. I'm sorry, where you can claim your decks, your 4 sealed decks for this event. And yeah, you'll be able to take a look, decide what fuse you want to make for it. And the event at 10 o'clock, that's when the event starts. So I will give people 15 minutes to build their decks unless they're getting their decks ahead of time. Well, this escalated quickly. So I need to go here, destroy, and I can't envision a situation where it's going to make much of a difference if I do this now or next time, but I think getting another one of their creatures off the board might be in my best interest. Oh yeah, that's right. More Than Most has a lore event, Forge Guardian lore event going on Sunday, and posted the details right there in the chat. So I need to go here. Now just do 39 damage in one turn real quick. I would love to if I could somehow code in just getting a couple of shambling shamblers. I would need multiple of them out on the field in order to make this work. This was a very good deck. I think I poked the hornet's nest a little too much. Because then another creature can come in there and get that attack boost. That's a really cool little synergy there. And then I need to do 35 damage. And, well, with the fact that I am down 3 creatures to none. Still, getting this far against Rumble Spark is an achievement. Thank you. Thank you. I will take that tiny victory. Yeah, I'm glad you saw a good effort on that. So I think if I Shroudthorn Splicer, or I mean just anything, I will actually want to have the biggest creature I can out there. So I will have a Wisp minion and give it 3/3 right there. Yeah, Necrotic Meeba would have been the right choice. Because then even if it was destroyed, it wouldn't be destroyed. No. Yep, that would have been the right. Yep, that would have been the right play. So everybody got to see me potentially blocking 4 lanes. Yeah, I would have sacrificed it for the Infernal Ritual anyways. Well, don't mind if I do then. Sacrifice that. 1, 2, 3. And I only take 11 damage. Yeah, that Wisp did its job. And that is all she wrote. Well, thank you everybody who's with me for either a part of or the duration of this entire week of streaming for the release of the digital client of SolForge Fusion. It has been a blast playing matches for y'all and against you all. And I do stream regularly for Stoneblade on Monday nights from 7 to 9. And then typically Lucas does streaming on Wednesdays from 6 to 7, I believe. Yeah, good games. I tip my hat to you. Yeah, you go grab some dinner. I'm going to lick my wounds. And just letting everybody know, again, one last time about the sealed event. Digital client sealed event is tomorrow morning. If you are interested, you can reach out to me now on Discord, and I will be sending you out the your sealed deck list. That all 4 of those, or everybody's sealed decks, are going to be unique. All you have to do is go 3 and 2 in tomorrow's event in order to win those decks permanently. And also stay tuned, be checking out all of the other news, information. If you're new to the game, we've got new new articles coming out for new players. It's a really good resource for people that are just learning this game or people that need just a quick refresher. So, a lot of great information here on the news page. And if you're just watching this and you're not playing the game yet, what is wrong with you? It's an excellent game. We've got 25% off for I don't know how much longer that's going to be going on for, but if you want a nice little discount on jumping into this game, I strongly suggest you do it. But that is the end of my night. It was my pleasure doing all this stream. Thank you everybody for checking in and hanging out and commenting. And I will be seeing you all in games. Hopefully I'll talk to a lot of you tomorrow morning for the sealed event. But otherwise, have a great night, everybody.